Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are here for episode 29 of our Formula 1 23 driver career mode. We are here at the home Grand Prix for the team, not for myself, at the Red Bull Ring in Austria, and we are looking to have another good performance here, because if you guys have not seen the last video, be sure to go watch that. We managed to get our first win ever in this career mode at Monaco, so very special first win for us, and obviously we are looking to continue that performance here, because we are in the talks for the Drivers' Championship. We're not exactly neck and neck with Sergio Perez at the moment, but you know, if we have a few more good performances, then we definitely will be neck and neck with Sergio Perez, but obviously we have to do our talking on the track and you know, get these good races in so that we can compete for the Drivers' Championship. But we are here for qualifying, and it's going pretty good so far. We put up our first lap on the soft tires. It only puts us in P19, so not that great, but second lap here, we got a green sector 1, a purple sector 2. We got almost 0.5 of a second over our first flyer, and this definitely will be good enough to get us into Q2. By the time we get to the end of the lap, it's almost 0.9, or I think it was 0.9 on the dot there, of an improvement. Puts us in P5 to get into Q2. We're also watching out for Max Verstappen, because he is just behind us in the Drivers' Championship, and we want to finish in front of our teammate, almost more than trying to go for the Drivers' Championship, just because right now we're considered the second driver at Red Bull. So if we can put ourselves in a better position within the team, will put us in a better position to win the championship. But into Q2 now, we put up our first lap, and we are down in P9. Seems like a common pattern. We put up our first lap, and we're near the bottom of the field, but we did put the lap up on a pair or a set of scrubbed soft tires, so this lap should be a very big improvement through the turn 3 here. Not too much of improvement right now. We're only 0.02 of a second, but I'm sure that will get better as the lap goes forward here. 0.2 now, going into sector 3. Everyone else has put up their flying laps already, so we are sitting in P11 at the very worst. But if we can improve here, we should be able to get into Q3. Alonso sitting in P10. We improved by 0.3 of a second, and we are going to get into Q3. P7, not bad. And then Verstappen in P2, only a 10th off of Lando Norris in the McLaren. Into Q3, we put up our first lap. Once again, in P9, Verstappen in front of us by nearly 0.5 of a second. So we got a lot of work to do here on this final flyer to try and get into the top 5. I think we can improve based on the other laps. We can improve on the second flyer by around 0.5. We should be able to get close to Verstappen at the very least if we stay down in P9. We might be in a little bit of trouble, but we do have a sprint race this weekend as well, so even if we do qualify P9, we'll have tons of opportunities, especially at this track, to overtake, work our way up towards the front of the grid, and then put ourselves in a better position to start the Grand Prix in. But on our final flyer, down into turn 4, a little bit of oversteer, but we're 0.2 better than the previous lap here, and we are the last people out of the pit. So once again, everyone has already put up their flying laps, meaning we are sitting in P9 at the very worst. We're going to be starting in front of Lance Stroll if we can improve here. 0.4 should move us up a spot. Verstappen actually falls down to P7 as Piastri puts in his final flyer, moves him from P7 to P6, so he's in front of Verstappen now. We are going to cross the line here, 0.5 of an improvement, and that will be good enough to get in front of Max Verstappen, so we shove him down to P8 to start this race, which is very good. We are 0.4 off of pole, which that's all right. It's not horrible, but it's also not good. We're gonna have to improve our race pace a lot if we want to try and go for a podium here, but let's get right into the sprint race. All right, so we got our first sprint race of the season here in Austria. Not bad qualifying. The front runners got really low in the 103s. We finished with a 103.7, maybe 103.8. But that puts us into P6. Someone just hit me from behind. That might have been Piastri. Not my fault. I'm warming up my tires. But we're starting in P6 in a McLaren sandwich behind Lando in front of Piastri. Now, I'm not sure how this sprint race is going to go. It depends on how our tire wear is. We are on the soft tires, and I think everyone is on the soft tires for the duration of this sprint race. So we need to get a good start, of course. And after that, hopefully we can make our way up the grid. We haven't been able to really do that thus far this season. We did come off the win in Monaco, where we won the race, but we pretty much led the entire race. We haven't really been able to, attack the people in front of us and go for some moves and really earn a few spots on the grid. But who knows? Maybe it'll be different here. Lots of DRS, lots of overtaking opportunities. Our pace, I'm somewhat confident in. But we'll see as we approach the grid here for this sprint race, and then we got the actual Grand Prix shortly after. So let's get into the sprint race. Let's see what we can do here. All right, here we go for the Austrian sprint race. Can we put ourselves in a better position for the Grand Prix? We're about to find out, as we got 5 red lights, and this race is underway here. George Russell gets a really slow start. We're going to overtake him and Carlos Sainz. Oh god, we go deep into turn 1, but that actually works out for us as we jump up into P2. We're now in a drag race with Sergio Perez. Oh my god, someone just hit me from behind. And Perez is going to stay out in front. Lots of contact, and I think we definitely hit the front wing there. Lots of traffic. And Norris is going to get through, so we're down into P4. Not much I could do there. I didn't have any room to do anything, but Perez and Norris are going to be fighting here, so hopefully we can get the jump on one of them as Norris squeezes past Sergio Perez. He's down into P3 now, the current leader of this Drivers' Championship. Oh my god, we are wheel to wheel with Verstappen, and he's going to cut us off. We're literally right on his bumper. We're going to have DRS down the main straight. We are in a battle for P4 with Max Verstappen. Can we get a move done down the inside of the penultimate corner? Oh my god, we almost have contact. We shoved him off the track. We shoved Verstappen off the track. The elbows are out with the Red Bull teammate. Not the cleanest of racing. He now gets caught in a bunch with Sainz and George Russell. Someone's going to dive down the inside here. We're going to leave enough room for them to attempt to make that dive bomb. And look at this. We are facing 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers. I see a McLaren back there as well, and they are all closing in. And someone else, Carlos Sainz, is going to try and dive bomb the corner once again. We have contact. Oh my god. And we're going to get DRS. So everyone falls back a little bit because Carlos Sainz went for a ballsy-ass move down into turn 3. And then as we head down into turn 4, we extend that gap a little bit, but they're going to be on our ass into the next DRS zone. And George Russell gets past Carlos Sainz, so we might be having a battle with George Russell, which is actually a little bit of a Constructors battle because we are battling with them for the Constructors Championship as well. We've got decent points right now. If we finish where we are at this point, we'll get 3 points, I think. Oh god, and George Russell goes for the move. But we've got good points up on the board right now. And if we finish in P4 or P5, we will get 4 additional points. And we play a little bit of cat and mouse with George Russell. That is going to give us DRS all the way down the main straight. And then I think there is another activation point here, so we're not going to get it for the back straight down to turn 3. But now they're battling with each other, so we are cleanly in P4. Well, not cleanly. We got really dirty with Verstappen. He's definitely not going to be happy about that, but I want to show the team that we are better than him, especially at the home Grand Prix for the team. Right on to the final lap here. Pierre Gasly has managed to cut through Sainz, Russell, Verstappen, and Norris, and now we are battling on to the final lap here for the final position. I think he tried to go down the inside there and kind of cut him off, but that is my line, so gives us a little bit of a cushion. But all these drivers here, they're going to have DRS down to turn 3. They might close the gap here. Oh, actually, we are way ahead of them. Okay, I think we are good for P4 here. So great sprint race once we get to the end. We started, what, P7? Or I think we started P7. the loser spots, we're going to get 4 points. And that is great for us. I believe Leclerc is leading the race, and then Sergio Perez is just behind him, along with Lando? Might be Oscar Piastri, but Carlos Sainz is right there with us. We're going to be going side by side into the final 2 corners, and I think we are going to get away with this P4. So, again, 4 points for us. Great sprint race. We actually managed to keep the pack behind us. The DRS definitely helps us. They're in the right spots, you know, to play cat and mouse with the guy, but let's get into... Oh, there's Verstappen. He's mad at us. He's very mad at us after we shoved him off the track, but let's get into the actual Grand Prix here. All right, so we are here for the Grand Prix, and we are actually starting at the front of the second row as one of the McLarens has suffered a penalty, and they are now a few spots back. On top of that as well, Verstappen also has an engine penalty. He's starting at the very back of the grid. This is something I don't get about the My Career series, or like when you got 10 race seasons. I don't know how these drivers are taking penalties. I don't think Verstappen has had any DNF, so only on race 5 he's taking a 10-place grid penalty for some reason. I'm assuming that's because of engine changes and whatever, so it doesn't really make sense to me, but I'm not going to complain. We don't have to worry about Max necessarily in this race unless something goes awfully wrong. We're starting at P3 behind Sergio Perez. If we can win this race, we will close the gap by a lot to Perez. As it currently stands, he'd obviously increase his gap. He does increase the gap after that sprint race by just 2 points, and we'll see if we can overtake him here, as Sainz eager to start this race, trying to overtake everyone here. But as well, a lot of different strategies here, as we are starting on the mediums, the 2 front runners starting on the softs, and then some people also starting on the hard tires. So all 3 tires being used at the very start of this race, and we'll see how that plays out, because we may have rain just at the end of this race. Alright, here we go for the Austrian Grand Prix here. Can we get back-to-back wins? Let's find out, as we got 5 red lights. And this race is underway. Perez and Leclerc are going to get a much better start, as they are starting on the soft tires. And someone trying to go down the inside here. And it's Carlos Sainz also on the soft tires, so we're going to have to watch out for him. We're going to see if maybe we can stay within DRS range. We did not have great pace compared to the top 3. In the sprint race. Maybe that will change here. We'll see as these laps progress throughout the race. We already got a yellow flag up down at turn 3. No safety car though, so we continue here. Carlos Sainz closing in, and this might just be a race of defense as we wait for these tires to heat up, and we also have to wait for their tires to kind of start falling off, as Carlos Sainz already trying to make a move, and he is going to get past us. Oh, come on. Oh god. There's a massive battle between the top 3 for the lead of this race. The lead keeps switching. I can't even keep track of it. They're all side by side through almost every corner, and that is allowing us to close in on the top 3 here, and we are shortly going to get into this battle, and it will be good timing too, because I think our tires will be a little bit fresher than the rest of the field. As Charles Leclerc falls back, we're not going to get DRS here, but we are now within DRS range, and we got 44% battery here, so things are looking good right now. As long as this battle continues, we can definitely keep up, try and get into this battle. Maybe we could go for a win here. Definitely a podium. That is definitely on the table in this race here. We do have an opportunity here to overtake Charles Leclerc. We're going to turn on the battery, go for the dive bomb. If he leaves that inside lane open, we're going to go for it here. And we are going to dive down the inside and turn 4, wheel to wheel with Charles Leclerc. And we are now up into P3, so we are back on the podium, back where we started at the start of this race. Now we have to stay within range of Sainz and Perez here. We're currently not in DRS range, so we could potentially fall back here with Charles Leclerc, because he's going to have DRS. We're going to be battling. He might even go for a loop here. No, never mind. He's too far back for that. Okay, we are within DRS range of Carlos Sainz, so we can possibly close in here. Or did we not get DRS? No, we did not get DRS. We missed the marker. We're going to need a little bit of battery. Stay within DRS range for turn 3. So Leclerc, he's going to have DRS. He's going to get past us cleanly here. We're on lap 10. We're approaching the pit window. Somehow, they're able to keep their tires alive. And we are struggling on these medium tires right now, but we will have DRS. Hopefully we get a little bit more traction out of the corner. Then Charles Leclerc doesn't look like it. We are going to box this lap. I'm assuming that these drivers will probably box as well. I'd be surprised if they didn't. As they are on the medium, or sorry, they're on the soft tires. We're on the medium, and they're handling their tires better than we are because we are struggling now to keep up with Leclerc. We're in P4, so we are battling for that final podium spot, it looks like. And we might get a little bit of an advantage here with DRS. Close the gap as much as we can. Possibly go for an overtake so that we can try to jump them, or not get jumped in the pit. Carlos Sainz and Perez, that battle is still going. The battle for P1. They have swapped spots a few times now, and something might happen here as the pit window is open. Who's going in? Charles Leclerc is going in, which means Carlos Sainz probably staying out here. And we're going to try and get a good pit stop here. Hopefully we can jump Leclerc in the pits. And let's see here. As we dive into the pits, he's right in front of us. Hopefully we can hold him up. Come on. Oh, okay, no, we're not going to jump him. We're not going to get held up either. And let's get back into this race. We are on the hard tires, Leclerc on the mediums. So the tires not really playing to our advantage in this race, so I'm not sure how much better or worse our tires are going to be compared to Leclerc, but we're going to come out behind Grady Joe in P11. Sargent is loosely following us at this point in time. And Leclerc going to be battling one of the Aston Martins in Lance Stroll. So hopefully that holds him up a little bit. We're going to get DRS off Grady Joe here. Go for the move. We don't want to get held up by these cars, especially because we want to try and close the gap to stop defending them. We're not in the same race. So Grady Joe going on defense here. We're still not going to get past them. We're now in this midfield battle. For P4, as Russell Alonso closed in, the two Ferraris have ran away with it. They just started towing each other around the track, and we lost out on that opportunity to get towed around as George Russell goes for the move here. And we are going to have DRS on Russell. I think he locked up a little bit, going down to turn 3, but we do have DRS. Let's get past him, get this P4 back. We are running out of battery as well. Oh crap, we got to be careful here. I don't want to run George Russell off the track, and we have a little bit of contact as we're wheel to wheel through turn 4. Russell's gonna squeeze past. We're still in P5. So our pace is really slow at the moment, I'd say, because we're on the hard tires. Everyone else on the medium tires. On top of that, they know how to take care of the tires better than I do. So we're at a pretty big disadvantage here. It's Alonso now creeping in on us. And we could be looking at a P6 here potentially if we can't clutch up and get this P4 result on Russell. You need to stay within DRS range. You can use a little bit of battery to stay in that range with the help of DRS. Oh, one of the Ferraris is out. Carlos Sainz is out of the session. No safety car though. That would have been a great help for us as Alonso dives down turn 4. Oh god, and we have contact with Alonso. He kind of saved us from spinning out there. And yeah, we got a collision warning with Alonso. Completely understandable, but we're going to try and overtake him anyways. Down into turn 4 once again. Big overtaking zone. We're going to get the spot back. He saves our race by avoiding the spin. And luckily, we don't have damage, and we go wide here, and we almost shove Alonso off the track here. Now we're trying to give him a little bit of race here. I want to be a little bit respectful towards my opponents here. Now, is it just me, or am I seeing raindrops? No, I see raindrops. Okay, so the rain is starting to fall here. We might have to pit very soon for intermediates. I'm not sure if the other drivers will hold out for the remainder of this race, try and get to the end on slick tires. You might have to do so as well. It really depends on what all the other drivers do. We could make a big risk. Oh my god, we're wheel to wheel with Gasly. He shoves us wide. And we are still going to stay out in front. We're actually going to grab DRS as well, so let's use that to slip away from him. And Fernando Alonso, oh yeah, it's raining. It's starting to rain. So we might start to lose grip here. We got to be careful. And we could go for a gutsy move, try and get on the intermediates, and then plow our way through the grid as Norris is now starting to get into this battle. 10 minutes of rain. Oh my god, Norris is right there. Holy crap. So I don't think anyone has dove in just yet. Grip still seems to be fine. We're being a little extra cautious. Trying not to slip or go for another spin, because Alonso won't be there to save us this time as Norris gets the move done. Yeah, we're still on the right tires for now, it looks like. We're going to get DRS. We're going to get that spot back from Norris. And he's gonna have DRS on us now. Oh, actually, maybe not. I think I broke pretty early there. No, he is gonna have DRS. Oh, crap. Now we gotta run away from him, or at least try to. As Alonso is back in this fight, so is Pierre Gasly in the Alpine. And we're wheel-to-wheel with Norris through turn 4. We're going to get a lot more traction, a lot better of an exit than Lando Norris, and can't necessarily cut in here. We'll just park on the apex, try and play some defense, hold on to this P4 for dear life. We get a blessing from Carlos Sainz, gives us that P4 back. And now we got to hold it. We got 3 people trying to take it away from us. So we're headed on to the final lap here. And the drivers behind, they're caught up in traffic, they're fighting each other, and on top of that, it is getting very hard to drive. If it started raining a little bit sooner, maybe even 2-3 laps, we'd probably be looking at going on to the intermediates, but because it's so late in the race, it's not really worth it unless literally everyone dives in. And even then, you could probably try to take advantage of that 20-second lead and take the race away, but no one pitted, everyone's still on the slicks. Perez leading the race once again, so he's going to further extend his lead in this Drivers' Championship. Leclerc in P2 and then Russell in P3. We are in P4, so we're just going to miss out on a podium. But overall, I'd say pretty good race. We're actually able to attack today. Yeah, it's getting very wet out here, but we were actually able to attack today in the race, which I'm pretty happy about. It is Austria, though, I will say that. Oh my god, look at this. Oh, we are in trouble. Holy crap, we almost lost it there. We're just trying to bring it home. Keep all 4 tires within the white line. We gave ourselves a little bit of a gap to Lando, who's just behind us now. And that battle seems to have worked itself out. Lando Norris is going to take the crown on that one. Oh my god. Holy crap, we almost lost it there at the last corner. But we're going to cross the line in P4. Not a podium, but we did better than Verstappen. And P4, not too bad, so we'll take it. I think it'll put us in a pretty decent spot for the Drivers' Championship. Sergio Perez, however, will increase the lead by over 10 points. So I think we did the best we could. P4 in the sprint race and P4 in the Grand Prix. So great result for us overall. Verstappen does not manage to get into the points, which is kind of weird, honestly. At Austria, pretty easy to overtake, especially in the Red Bull, but I guess he got stuck fighting Alonso and all those guys. But I'm not going to complain because that just increases the gap between me and Verstappen, puts me cleanly in P3 for the Drivers' Championship, and we also close in on Lando Norris. We're only 7 points behind him now to take P2. Now, can we catch Sergio Perez by the end of the season with the heater that he is on right now? I think he's won a few races here. He's definitely been the best driver out of anyone this season. He really is on that revenge mission to show Red Bull that they made a mistake signing me. But P2 won't be that bad because then we can kind of just blame it on the car and everything will be fine. And given that we got the 4th fastest car after that race, I would say it was a pretty good finish for us, finishing ahead of both the Aston Martins, ahead of both of the McLarens. We did lose out to Charles Leclerc, who does have a worse car than us, pretty much on par, but again, I will take that. We got a major durability upgrade coming in for the British Grand Prix, but nothing else, it looks like, as we pass the halfway point of the season. We're 36 points behind Mercedes in the constructors as well, which there's definitely still a solid chance that we can take that away from them, even though Sergio Perez is leading the Drivers' Championship by quite a bit. You know, the chain is only as strong as its weakest link, so if we can really get at George Russell, maybe we can close in, take that lead from Mercedes. We also got to replace a lot of components here for the next Grand Prix. We need a new MG UK. Mark did warn us about that during the Grand Prix, and on top of that as well, a new turbocharger. We definitely can't afford to use more of these components as the season progresses. Our control electronics is only at 27%. Our gearbox, it's our second one, only at 11%. And then the MGU-H, 19%, and the ICE is at 46. So let's go and change that, because by the time the practice session and the qualifying runs around by next race, we're going to be in the yellow. So we're going to, get ahead of that issue so that we have a very strong power unit for the British Grand Prix, which we will need. Very long straights on that one. Very medium speed, high speed track. However, guys, that is going to be it for this one. As always, if you've watched up to this point, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you guys know how this season progresses as we chase down Sergio Perez for the Drivers' Championship, along with chasing down Mercedes for that #1 spot in the Constructors. But until then, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day, everyone.